Here we go.
We
How y'all
here.
doing? Listen. So tonight we talking about uh Aura, Paige, and whatnot. We is talking about Paige. We is talking about Chris and the shade of it all, baby. She had time that day. She had time that day. I feel like I want to preach a sermon. I want to just get out here and preach a sermon and call it. She had
It's about
time
time.
that day. That's what she did.
Baby,
They was
I
not ready for Paige that day.
I literally just rewatched it just so that I could have my little
To
commentary.
be fresh with it. Now, what we gonna do tonight, y'all? Because I don't feel like we should tarry too long on this other stuff. Cause it don't matter.
Not at all.
um, so we're gonna go quickly and talk about those. They had the ladies meet up, they had the guys meet up, kind of giving an assessment. I'm skipping through because I'm not even going by notes today. So we what see them, they're all kind of talking and everything. The ladies are meeting up, the guys are meeting up, they're talking about how's it going so far. I guess they're about 12 days in when this show opened for Wednesday, and they're talking about so you see the guys talking, you see um Jacob is kind of getting a feel of how everybody feels. It looks like everybody's, for the most part, without Paige and Chris, for the most part, it seems like everybody's still trying. Do y'all feel like that?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but the other thing I love to see, other than the people, them and their friends coming to talk,
Hey Josh.
was you saw um Haley meet with her friend separately. You saw Vincent meet with his friend separately. You saw Eric. Well, no, not Eric. Who else? But let's just talk about those two right now. Um, I thought that Haley's friend, even though y'all, I've been saying I don't really like her friends. Haley's friend did a good job of checking her.
She did an excellent job. But you know what? She's the actually the one where I was like, you know what? She when they had that first when she first broke the news,
Mm-hmm.
the girl that was gave the advice was basically the one that was like, girl, bye. You know. And
Mm-hmm.
it was funny to me because I didn't dislike her for that because when she did her like that, I was like, oh, she know her. So
Mm-hmm.
that so I wasn't even mad about her initial reaction because I was like, yeah, that's the one who ain't gonna play with her. And
Yeah.
sure enough, in this episode, she was like, "Oh, boo, let me give you back to yourself because this not what we finna do. You
She said,
grown now, so I'm gonna need you to act like it. You
yeah,
know."
she said, let me get you together. She said that,
Exactly.
didn't she? I feel like she was like, let me gather you into a bucket or a basket so you can get your life because um it was like she's like, okay, so he dressed funny. So what? Like
Exactly.
she almost said, I almost felt it come out of her mouth to say, like, you weird too. Like she was 2 seconds off of saying that.
Exactly. So I was just like, yeah, she went on. Let me go ahead and dress you up because this is not what we finna do.
Right.
Little girl.
You involved us in this foolishness and said you wanted a spouse. You didn't get a spouse, and now because it's not packaged the way that you feel like it should have been packaged, now it's a problem. And so I felt like she did such an excellent job of telling her about herself.
She
I
did.
felt like um she said in so many words, you ain't that exactly a catch yourself. I just felt like she kind of said that. You know what I mean? Like
It
I
was
felt
like,
like that
have
was
you
where
met
she
you?
said it. Like, girl, go look in the mirror again.
Exactly. It's like, have you met you? Calm down.
When she looked at her like, what? Like, What you mad about again?
Exactly. So
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
her
what? Come
friend is
again?
all right with me. She all right with me.
She has won my respect. I will say that. Her friend has won my respect because at first I was like, baby, that thing is trash. The way she just laughed in her face. I was like, come on now. I was mad
like
at her for that.
her.
Not because I didn't think she didn't know her, but I just felt like not in front of the cameras. Or as Andrea would say, not doing Black History Month. Not doing Black History Month. Are we going to do this today?
Exactly.
Whatever her friend's name is. So I think she did an excellent job with that. Who was the third person that met? I know Vincent met with his friend.
I liked his friend too, just so you know. He
did.
got with him too. Who was it? Oh my God, that's bad. That means they didn't make the impact.
Down. That's how like I was so,
and I just watched it. Like literally.
You're gonna make me pull it up. But the thing I loved about Vincent's friend is that he said, so exactly what is disrespectful? Because like I told y'all, I have a problem with men throwing around the word disrespectful when people don't do what they say. Not necessarily that you're disrespecting me, but you're not obeying me.
Mm-hmm.
You're not being obedient. You're not doing exactly what I told you to do. You're no longer you're not my lapdog. You're not, it's like one of those things, like you got individuality. How dare you? And so
exactly,
that's why I have a problem with the word disrespect being thrown around this time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, his friend said, you can't expect everyone to do exactly what you would do. And basically, like, dude, you just met her. How you already mad because she didn't wipe up the champagne the way you would have wiped it up?
Exactly. I really like everything he said for me was spot on, because I was like, I don't even think Vincent even understands just how stupid he made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it was like he said his explanation. He was like, when I talk to my wife, I'm very sensitive. I'm like, no, dude, you sensitive, period. I'm gonna need you to not be so sensitive.
Yes.
Everything, not everything is an issue.
Right.
And I feel like that's the type of person that he is. It's like he's so nitpicky that if it's not exactly how he would do it, exactly how he would say it, then it's the problem. I'm not Vincent Jr. I'm not your clone. I'm not going to do things how you want them done. Let me be me, you be you, and we'll meet in the middle.
Right. I find it interesting that, and I say this all the time, I don't think most of them want a spouse. They want somebody to tell what to do. Like, you just want an adult child.
Exactly.
And I think that that's a problem within itself, because why do you want someone that you can totally tell what to do? What's up?
Late to the party. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
My nerves is bad.
Why are your nerves?
You talking about y'all know Vince, right?
Yeah, we're talking about Vince and his friend, because his friend just pretty much, again, their friends, I feel like they gave them a basket. They gave all the friends a basket, and they said, could you please gather your friend and place them within this basket today?
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I think that because I cannot think of the third friend. Who was that? Ryan's friend? No, that was Clara's friend. That was like, you can don't sit here and make yourself so small to try to, do everything he wants you to do.
Was that her friend, or was it when she was talking to the girls at the table?
I think it's when she was talking to the girls at the table.
Yeah, because Brianna, I think, is actually who I thought said that to her. Like, don't dial yourself down so you can make him happy. I think that's what she was telling her, because she walking on eggshells around him, because he wanted to take everything slow as a snail.
Y'all know what we. And that was the thing. Like I know we all discussed this. Like exactly what does this taking things slow mean? Because I think that there are a lot of underlying. We're not going to discuss them on camera issues that they were having, and I just don't think that, all the time it's a good idea. And I hear this all the time. People always say, "Well, you're not thinking like a married person," and I'm like, how does married people think?
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
How does a married person think?
I hear that
That
all
don't-
the time.
I think that really Ryan just creeps me out. I'ma just say, like, he is fucking creepy. And the reason that I say that is he too strategic. I feel like his ass is an undertone serial killer. Like, I'm looking for his John Wayne Gacy way. Something's wrong with him. Like a damn junior Dr. Kevorkian. What are we doing? I don't like him.
I'm not a fan of the way he's trying to be. I don't know if it's because his parents are preachers is the reason why he keeps trying to make it like, well, I need to get to know her and it's not, because I just feel like Ryan would just be like,
freaks.
I don't know. I don't think I like the way that Ryan's trying to come off for the camera.
Situation. He's controlling. He's very controlling.
Like, I can see her like messing with him. She gonna be a headline. That's what I see. Like, I don't like him.
The first brother is serial killer. Oh God.
She gonna be a headline. They need to do something with Ryan. They missed that. That's another one that they missed.
Yeah, because Ryan is that sneaky kind of controlling.
Yeah.
He's the kind of controlling where he doesn't say anything out loud, but he just, just like, really
It's
like
the way he looks at you or treats you that'll make you feel like you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's what his thing is.
Yeah. And so I really want Clara, and I know she's trying to make things work, but the one thing that I want Clara to see is if he's not giving you, we always talk about as women how much we need to change and morph and adapt and do all these things and become somebody's everything in order for men to deem us to be a quality mate.
I don't want to be your everything.
No, they don't want you to be everything. They just want you to morph into something. They just want you to be like, go shape of a dog, shape of a. That's how it comes off sometimes. The problem that I have with that type of mentality is you do so much changing that you forget the core of who you are. And then it takes you so much more time to go back to the base of where did I go? So for me, I think that she needs to watch that because you can tell she's a pleaser. And so it's more so like, okay, well, he doesn't like this, so I'm going to do this. But he ain't going to like the next thing. And he damn sure ain't going to like the next thing after that.
I think my thing, too, was when she, when she was having those conversations, you can see parts of her just diminishing. Like, even sitting at the table, you can tell that she just was not who she walked in this situation as. Like, so many parts of her are missing now. And her face, like, I felt bad because you could just see she was just like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
I can see that.
Frustrated. Yeah, she's frustrated and she ain't talking as much.
She's really quiet. Yeah.
Not running her mouth like she normally does. It's like, what do I do? It's like she's really, really confused. And I don't know what's gonna happen, I just don't, because it doesn't look good. Y'all ain't had sex yet, and I get it. You probably don't want to do that, but y'all done some things.
I think.
See, I think that's my biggest issue right now is you're okay with doing things, but not necessarily the whole thing. And now, of course, the way we read into things is that there are things. Let me go and use Sidaric's words. She's been giving him sexual favors, and he's not giving her them sexual favors. So, I'm feeling like there's a lot of giving on her part, and there's not very much giving on his part because he's very much has said, I'm just gonna be set in my ways. I like being an old man. I think he's leaning into that way too much, and he's using that as an excuse to not do things that would be helpful and sustaining for their relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What y'all think about and I think both of y'all were out, but we were talking about Haley's friend, how she picked her up. She picked all them pieces up. She did this. Come on.
She gathered her. I was so happy. I said she gathered her. And let me say this. I noticed something. Heather is really, 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 not Heather, Haley. I'm sorry. Because I was looking at Heather. She got out the screen. Haley is a little intimidated by Jacob.
Yeah.
Think about it. She's intimidated by Jacob. So all the stuff she complaining about, it's a wall she's putting up because she's intimidated. And the friend like, girl, you married. That's what you signed up for. Like, what did you think this was? Did you think, well, I just thought I'd get to know him, but you signed up to marry him, girl.
Exactly.
Explain to me what you thought this was. This wasn't a dating game. This is marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And
exactly.
And you gotta be married.
And that was the thing I found that she kind of told her, like, first of all, like I said, you dragged us into this. Secondly, now you got to deal with the consequences of being married. That means there may be things that are not perfect. There may be things you don't like. There may be things that he does that you consider weird. You haven't said anything yet. That's what she looked at. You said nothing yet that's like compelling to say the reason why you don't like him. She never did really address the fact that he called her a liar.
Mm-hmm.
And you know why? You know why? Because she knows she's a liar.
Yeah.
She know her friend knows that she does that a lot. And so she had to paint that picture. I found that interesting because to me, the fallout would be, man, he called me a lie.
Yep.
And even when she started talking about that girls' night out, she didn't really get into like the details of it.
I feel like all of them are having like off-camera conversations and trying to get the other person in the situation with them to like tone it down. Mm-hmm. Or act a certain way when they're on camera. Don't reveal too much information. Like, do you know how you come in? That's what I'm starting to feel like this season. And they playing into it with Paige and Chris. But with the other couples, I guess it's not as entertaining. So they're not sharing those bits. But I really do feel like a lot of this background noise is going on and we're not getting to see it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
So I don't Haley, I just don't like her. I like Jacob. Like I have warmed up to him.
I like Jacob from day one.
I was kind of like, but now, like I see where he going. Like he was ready to be married. He was ready to fall in love. He was ready to really give his all in this situation. I have said since day one, she is more like, well, all my friends married. Let me see what I can get into.
Let me see what because I ain't got no prospect. I ain't been dating nobody in 7 years, and ain't nobody on the horizon. So y'all find me somebody and I'll show up.
That's exactly what she did. And she either not feeling the situation, or she, like she said, she's intimidated by what all they gave you what you asked for.
Mm-hmm.
And now she don't know what to do.
10 years older, and he really likes the 80s, and we like the 80s too. So what?
Baby, what? Give me some tie dye. I just bought some tie dye. Give me some stonewash
jeans.
Yes, ma'am.
All day. Give me some slouch socks. Give me my leggings to go with the slouch socks. Let me get off my shoulder.
Right. There you go,
baby. That's the 80s. What is you talking about? Calm down.
I wasn't born then. Girl, if you don't shut up.
Exactly.
Did she say I wasn't born then one more time?
She said I wasn't born. Nobody cares. Okay. Nobody. Listen, I remember the third group now who gathered. Baby, when I say Chris Pastor and his pastor friend gathered him.
That's bad to take the friends to come in and check them because I need the experts. What y'all doing? What we doing in here?
Hold on. Wait a minute. The pastor said, I'm going through a number of emotions. I said, oh, shit, here go Pastor Carol all over again.
Listen, when every pastor you know done pretty much called your card.
I was done with Chris when he was like, first of all this girl, stop. Listen to what they're saying.
Did you say girl?
Girl, stop. Listen to what they saying, ma'am. Don't no grown man do all this. And then you proceed to pick up your phone.
Right.
Look, little girl, I'm gonna need you to listen to these men because that's what you called them in here for.
You wanted to have a
standing for your mess. You got to sit here and act like you texted somebody.
And ain't nobody checking for you, boo.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Olivia.
First, look, you was not finna make him a girl, honey. We don't act like we ain't like that.
He was acting like a straight little
he's a kid though.
Exactly.
He was acting bitchy. He was acting like a whole bitch. He really was.
What I'm saying.
I had an issue with the way. Now my thing is, all this time you've been saying this. I hold his opinion in high regard, and I really value everything he tells me. And when this guy, like, first of all, let me be clear. And let me tell you what he said that he didn't say. First of all, I put my name on the line to marry you and this young lady. So now I'm in it. Secondly, I told your black ass to make sure you tie up all of your loose ends before you enter into the land of matrimony, is what I told you. And thirdly, you done lied to me too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not feeling this. I can't support this. I can't get with this. On the other side of this, all of the things you wanted in a wife is right here. You telling us that this ain't gonna work because you knocked somebody up. So why you ain't? I mean, people raise their children without being together all the time. So what's your problem? What we doing?
Exactly. And also the part that I caught, because I felt like it was a little undertone to that too, because he was like, let me show you what you got. This right here is a diamond.
Is a diamond.
And 9 times out of 10, either he has met these other women or he knows enough about them, because the comparison that he gave, without calling them out, without disrespecting them, he just let them know, I'm gonna need you to stay put, because where you used to be that ain't where it's at.
Right. Because you also know, and I think the other thing, the underlying thing is he knows that he tends to be with women that aren't necessarily gonna call him on his shit.
Right.
He's with women that are not really interested, because he keeps talking about his money. I don't think nobody want him for money. I don't think money is what he got. I think that he is trying to get status with other women, and I think what they were saying to him is that you talking about building things. She got everything. She own property. She sell property. She can do your books if you hire her and pay her correctly. She can do all these things for you, or not even for you, with you. And you still looking for somebody that somebody. First of all,
do what
you don't deserve the 2 women that was in this episode. You don't deserve either one of them.
Because I got to her, baby mama bad. And we ain't got to be sitting on this couch with you, boo. Because baby mama bad.
Baby mama probably knew him when they were kids.
He was already, look, he had already outkicked his coverage. And then you go and outkick your coverage again. And then you got the audacity.
It was on sale.
You hear me?
Audacity was on sale that day.
Baby.
Little bit of tea real quick. Mercedes is from the Atlanta area. She went to Clark, Atlanta. That's her home. He's from Chicago. So I don't know. And he was engaged before he got engaged to Mercedes. That's the other thing.
So a history. This is your pattern.
This is his pattern. Okay. He has a pattern of bullshitting. So I don't know that him and Mercedes grew up together. I feel like they might have met while when he moved to Atlanta, and then they decided they were gonna be together and all that good stuff. But yeah,
this used car salesman though. He can sell you.
Well, you know, my thing is anybody that look any kind of way, and you know, like we say, looks aren't everything, but anybody that can kind of schmooze people can, you know, they can get people to, you know, want to hang out with them or whatever if you good enough as far as your charm is concerned. I can believe that he might be able to charm people his age or people a little bit younger with less street smarts. However,
from Chicago, that's all I got to say.
Huh?
I dishonor the fact that he's from Chicago.
I was waiting for you to say
we got more swag than that.
Well, maybe he's from the you know how folks.
I think he might be from like Wofford or Schaumburg or something.
I'm not quite Chicago. That's like when we were in college. I don't know if you were in the room that time, Tasha, but it was the time we was all hanging out somewhere in one of them dorms, and we were all talking about we were from Memphis, and a girl was like, "I'm from Memphis," and I was like, "Oh, really?" And then she said, I went." So somebody was talking about schools and everything. She said, I went to Central." I said, "Oh, you did?"
Right, like you didn't know.
I said, "Okay, you did." I said, "Oh, I went to Central too. So whose homeroom were you in?" She was like, "I'm from West Memphis." Oh, okay then.
Oh, Arkansas.
That's Arkansas. You're not from Memphis.
Girl, you're a fool.
So yeah, anyway.
No, we get territorial. You got to be from here to claim you from here.
What street cross third? Like, give me one street that cross third.
Where you grow up
when you get on 240, what exit you got to get off?
Right. How you get to Memphis Central, the high school? How you get there?
Memphis, though. You're from West Memphis. You claiming Memphis, dog?
She said because she was what was funny, she kept telling Pia she was from Memphis, and Pia was like, "Oh, Heather's from Memphis." And so when she came down and she looked at, I was like, "You from Memphis?" What part of Memphis you from? So, I took one look at, I was like, "You not from Memphis."
Territorial. You got to be from here.
You not. Baby, that thing there. So yeah, so you know, we know our people, and like our resident Chicagoan, is that right? Chicagoan.
That's
says,
right.
He ain't from that part.
He ain't from.
My grandma.
You got to be West Side, South Side. You can't claim a side. That's
you gotta go.
He from.
We ain't doing that. That's what we not gonna be doing.
We just gonna say he from Illinois.
He from Illinois.
They say we're not claiming that. We're not claiming that.
You know how they be. I'm from Illinois.
Now he can be from Illinois because the rest of us are from Illinois.
But listen, y'all, I have a big issue with somebody trying to tell somebody, especially on a show like this, that they not wife material, whatever, based off of, you know, whatever they got in their head. But when I say those people that night, Wednesday night, all of the people when they sat down. But what tripped me out was Chris was like, "Well, I'm done with this conversation." So you gonna throw a temper tantrum because they're not telling you what you want to hear.
I mean, but it ain't like he hadn't done it before.
Yeah, but with the even with the men, like we see this with the women, but he slick through a temper tantrum with the two men, and both of them stayed at that post interview where they both standing there talking. The other guy was just like rocking, like, man, when this camera cut off,
Right.
he was like, listen,
Like somebody go give me a switch. Pick a
a
big
whole switch. In fact, go give him a brass knuckles.
Leave the little branches and little leaves on it so he can feel it. Go give me a switch.
Yeah. Like, what's really going on? That was just crazy. Now, that conversation between Ryan and Eric, you know, they both had their dogs and stuff. It was kind of a cute conversation, but it ain't worth talking about, so we'll move to the next thing.
Next.
The ladies were talking. You know, they were talking about just 3 of the 5 ladies were there. With the guys, you know, 4 were there. You know, and they all had good conversations, but let's just kind of roll over to the conversation between Eric and Virginia, where we find out, you know, he was telling her, I was just hoping you'd miss me and everything. Y'all, I don't care what y'all say about Eric. Let me tell the rest of y'all out here in this world. I do not like Eric. Okay. Let me tell you why I don't like Eric. Eric got a control problem. I don't care what y'all want to call it. The reason why his ass is divorced is because he was trying to control that other one that he was with, and she was not with it, and that is why they ain't married no more, because they was married for what, 6 years. He been divorced 3 years, and I'm pretty sure out of them 6 years she wasn't even there half the time because she was sick of his ass.
PSA over.
Like drops mic.
Done. Not a fan of Eric. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. I am not a fan of Eric. And I don't care how much this girl could drink. She could have an IV of alcohol dripping through her veins, and it does not excuse how controlling he is. When somebody tell you they need to talk to you at least once an hour to make sure you okay, you got a control issue.
Baby, he got a something.
Not only that, I think he needs to go on the serial killer wall. Right along with
right next to Ryan.
Right next to Ryan. Him, what's the boy name? Jimmy Neutron.
Right. That's got a lifetime.
Look who done joined us.
We should go with her cigars then. Really, this is what we doing.
I forgot. I told y'all I go out on Fridays. I'm sorry.
But yeah, we figured you was just out. We wasn't gonna worry about it.
Wow, you're not even worried about me? Really?
No, we know you enjoy it. Listen, if I was in New Orleans and the weather was nice, I wouldn't see y'all either.
No.
Like I said, I'll be right back. I'm finna jump on the train. I see you.
But no, but I do know what you're talking about, and I had that same thought. And I was like, okay, check in, let me know you're okay. But when he said once an hour, I was like, woo, that's a lot.
That's a whole lot.
I've been married 1,000 years.
At least.
And I ain't got to check in with nobody. All I got some errands to run. I'll be right back. I'll call you if I got a problem.
I told y'all I'll be in Nashville right now, and it'll just be a conversation that passes like, oh, you're not downstairs? No, I'm in Nashville.
Like, what we doing? What we doing this with? And why are we doing this? No, I'm not gonna call you every hour for nothing.
He thought you were downstairs.
Yeah, that was a time where literally this happened.
Her downstairs.
I mean, it literally happened one time because he forgot I was going out of town, and he was like, "Yeah, I didn't see you downstairs because I'm in Nashville."
And I can see that happening.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and that's the thing that I find really funny about these newlyweds, because I'm like, half the stuff y'all struggling over is stuff that we don't even think about.
We got like one piece left, right? Yeah.
You know, we just don't have that kind of time. Like, I don't care to. You know, the whole thing is I married an adult. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to have to micromanage another adult.
Andrew, your background loud, baby.
Oh, y'all can hear that?
All of it.
Yeah, we
Oh,
trying to
okay.
hear the conversation now.
Oh no, no. Somebody just knocked over my champagne. Would y'all know? No, I'm gonna put myself on mic. I didn't realize y'all could hear that. I'm gonna mic myself.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just I think people go into marriages with the wrong, like you like, even if you didn't have family, that you saw they were married and you got to spend time with, and you
Right.
got some kind of, I don't know, some kind of parameters in
Yeah.
which marriage works. Baby, we ain't doing all that. And who does, like, if y'all
Who
out
got
here
that kind
doing
of
this,
time?
please somebody tell me, am I doing it wrong? Because that's not what we doing.
Being that you 20 years in and you
Baby.
I was about to
15
say,
years in, I kind of think y'all pretty much know what you're doing now. What we need to have a conversation about after this after party is hell, how look, how we just get one to act right. Tell me that.
get a switch.
Tasha,
Get a switch.
Okay,
Let me
wait.
just
no,
tell
no,
you.
I mean,
Get
no,
a switch.
like, no, before marriage.
Exactly. How we
Act
get
right
We
one
didn't
even
even
before
we didn't even
marriage.
do that when we were dating. That's why I'm
You
like,
get a switch.
yeah.
You
It's like
get a
mind
switch.
blown. Who does this type of stuff?
And a
I
Like,
couple of
you
rope.
know when he said we talked like every 2 hours while she was away at a wedding. I'm like, so
How
if
do
you
I
would
pay
have talked
attention?
every
How am
2 hours,
I
you would have
focused
been
in
mad.
on my friends if I'm constantly having to,
Right.
stroke your ego every 2 hours?
I
better find
understand.
something to
Tell
do.
me tonight before you go to bed so that I know you're okay, or something like that. That I get.
Mhm.
But you want to talk to me every 2 hours?
You know what he was worried about? Which one of them best friends she was hanging out with? That's what he was worried about.
Exactly.
Who
Exactly.
she was hugged up with, who she done had too many drinks with, and then went back to the hotel. That's what he was worried about.
I just need to
And
know that you miss me.
in one regard, I understood what he meant, but I also think he was really like going too far with it.
No,
You know,
I understand that.
he
You
went a
want
little
to
too
know
far.
how your significant other's doing. You want to know that they're okay. But by the same token, if I'm going to trust you, I'm going to trust you.
Right.
Until you give me a valid reason not to trust you, let's go ahead and rock this thing out. Now, when you violate my trust, that's something different. But if you've
Absolutely.
not done anything to make me distrust you, I'm going to need you to sit your ass down.
Here's my other thing though. He really feels like he doesn't have that much to change about him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing
Right.
that I
Like,
really don't like about him is that he thinks, well, I've been
Like
married
Ryan.
before, so I know these things. I'm like, obviously that didn't work because you on your second marriage, duh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So those are things I have an issue with him about is that he keeps bringing up the age issue. Well, I'm 8 years older, so this is so. And
Age is a number. That does not mean that you're more mature. That does not mean that you've learned from the lessons that life has taught you. That just means that you made another year older.
right. What
barely for some people.
Real quick, I'm gonna say this again. This is how all Lifetime movies start.
She with me. We finna have some headlines. I'm trying to tell you.
And I just do not like the way all of these women, I think outside of Brianna, because she gonna ask 1,000,001 questions till you sick of her asking questions, which I absolutely love, because she don't want to assume anything. So I love that. But
Rihanna is a person.
I just hate how they just disappearing.
But let me just
Absolutely disappearing in these situations.
let me tell you what I find interesting about Brianna. And I see there are a lot of Brianna haters online because they're saying she's bossy. First of all, stop calling that girl bossy. Number two, I wish her mama would stop.
Right.
Because
Oh my God.
her mama's her problem.
She's
Because
sweet.
Brianna is seeking approval from everyone. And that's why she keeps asking all these questions. That's why she's trying to do all these things. She bends over backwards. She does, a lot of those things because she wants everyone's approval, and she wants did one of y'all say she's seeking perfection?
Mm-mm.
No, there might have been somebody said something similar.
But I feel like that's the thing with her is that she's
Brianna needs to talk to her therapist.
she does. But Vincent needs to take his ass to anger management.
Yeah, because he has said it more than once that I feel that he used his sensitive voice when it comes to her because he's very quick to fly off the handle.
Yeah.
And I don't think he has a middle. I don't think that he goes from, he don't have that mid range where he's able to give you that warning to say, okay, well,
he's 0 to 100.
So we need to go ahead and figure this out now so that it doesn't keep going. We're going to go from 0 to 1,000.
Yep.
He's going to go from the meek little lamb to a damn wildcat. And this girl is not going to understand why, because he never thinks to explain or not even explain. He don't think before he reacts. Everything is just, he's so reactionary. And so that to me means he's impulsive, which is why I just have to be extra sensitive. No, you don't have to be sensitive because she doesn't need you to be sensitive, but she does need you to open up so that she can understand you. All these questions that she asks are because you don't give her the information.
And she's really trying not to piss him off. Exactly. Every question she asks is intentional because she doesn't want to tread she don't want to step over that line that's gonna piss him off again because she saw how mad he got the last time. She just don't want to do that. She not trying to keep doing it. And he's taking it the wrong way.
I think that she's actually very sweet. I think, as like you said, she's very intentional and she wants her marriage. Like she really doesn't care about him. But I don't see her being that person who gonna keep bending over backwards and she's not being met. She'll pack up her stuff, take that dog, and be like, you know what, dude, I'm gonna let you go ahead and figure that out. I do see that.
Me and Coco out. Yeah, exactly. I think there is no middle, and I think his folks, just like her folks was saying, she bossy. Her mama got on my nerves too. The entire time that their families were together, her mama got on my ever loving nerves.
She kept taking shots at the girl. Like, why doing that?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this in front of the company? We don't know these people yet.
Listen, Brianna must look a lot like her daddy.
Because she look like the mama and the sister.
No,
that's what I'm saying. She must look a lot like her daddy. And her mama must really not like her daddy because she takes a lot of shots at her.
She did. I didn't like that. I didn't enjoy that at all. And you can see that every once in a while, it kind of made Brianna self-conscious because of the way that she would look and try to go ahead and redirect, the conversation. I felt like that was really unfair to her.
Because even when she was talking to his mom and trying to say stuff in Spanish and just trying to be, make everybody comfortable, her mama was in the background rolling her eyes.
And let me say this, that may be where that if and I think Heather said she was asking, did anybody say anything about her seeking approval? That's probably where you're picking up on that, because she probably bends over backwards to seek approval from her mom because of how her mom acts. Her mama tripping, like straight up, the digs, the shots, everything she was taking. I was like, I think she really, really tries to do this so that she can please her mom. Because she probably did not. She's an engineer, and I'm sure she loves what she does, but I think she's overachieved so that her mama could be proud of her, and it's still not enough.
I can see,
Yeah.
Do y'all also feel like her mama think that Vincent is a little too good looking to be with her daughter? Yeah, I pick up different vibes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I pick up, we talk about colorism a lot of time within women.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of time moms like this, I don't know these people, but this is just how I feel. I feel like because Vincent is of color but not quite black, her mama like, well, how the hell she snag him? You know how some people feel like when you not black but you of color, that puts you in a they gonna have some pretty babies category.
Yeah.
And I keep looking at how Brianna presents herself. She's very well put together. She has all these, we've been talking about all these shoes and clothes and everything. And she wants to make sure that she looks appropriate at all times. She asks a lot of questions so that she can act and be appropriate at all times. Even when she's trying to joke, she realizes that, it ain't quite going over as well. But I kind of get this idea that her mama thinks that Vincent is out of her league.
Which I don't see how, because I'm certain she make more money than Vincent.
I don't know what it is, but
he looks like something. He looks different.
I got you. And then we do that. We do that in our community. We definitely do that. That colorism thing. You too dark to be with him, or find you a light skinned man so you can have some pretty babies. We do that a lot in our community. We absolutely do. And so her mama might be jealous. Maybe her baby dad was black as hell, and she wish she could have had a light skinned man. It's all kind of things going on. You know what I'm saying? In that sense, if that's indeed, you be having different vibes. So that's the vibe mama giving now.
I'm telling y'all, but see, remember when I told y'all the vibe of the post-orgasmic hangover with Haley, like things were going too well. Yeah. It was really good, and all of a sudden she pulled back. And then her friend said the same exact thing. I was like, damn it, did we have this conversation with them? But I'm like, y'all, it's certain things that I just see with a different set of eyes. And a lot of times it's just like, wow, okay then. Get it. And I just think that's really weird. Let's go over here and talk about this party real quick. The I guess you call it housewarming parties with Virginia and her folks, because I want to point out the fact that her male friends really have her back. And I like the way dude pulled Eric to the side so he can let him know this what it is.
Yep, I did notice that, and I liked it. The thing that really got me was that Eric got intimidated by that.
Oh, he sure did.
His face was like, oh, yeah. But I love the fact that his friend did that. And the reason that really hit home for me is because I'm that girl. Doggone there, all my friends are male. And anybody that I'm with, I need you to understand, pimping. I like you at this point, but I love them because they've always been here. So I need you to understand that they're not going anywhere. They know their boundaries. They know to respect you because you with me, as long as you give me the respect, because if you don't, then it's going to be a problem.
Right.
Try to resolve that problem. And I think that that's really what old boy was just really going to tell him. Like, hey, look, we've been here. You trying to learn her, we know her. You're trying to fall in love with her, we already there. So what I'm gonna need you to do is understand when she need room, give her the room. Don't disrespect her, treat her well, we gonna be good. And I feel like Eric was just like, oh, well, yeah. But I feel like we gonna see something else from that conversation. He played it cool while they were there.
Oh, yeah.
When they leave, it's going to be a totally different conversation. And it's going to be for Virginia to stand up for herself.
Yeah.
Which I don't have a problem with doing, but it's going to have to happen. And that's going to cause a rift.
Yeah. Also, if you notice, Eric's friends also said he's controlling. Did you notice that in that party? Because they were saying, he a little controlling. The conversation that was had basically is stop mentioning your age differences, give her space to roam around. She ain't gonna do nothing because she's a loyal person. She's like this, she's like that. You can't come off too controlling because she'll shut down. That came from both sides.
Yep.
And so I feel like everyone can recognize that he has a very controlling personality or temperament.
Did we put him on the wall with Ryan yet?
Yeah, we did. I said that was the beginning of the Lifetime movie. So
Okay.
yeah. Call me every hour. That's how all the Lifetime movie start. And then she's dead. And then they gotta find out if he actually killed her. Then he go on the news and crying. I just want to find my wife. Then turn out he the one that killed her. So yeah, Lifetime movie.
Or
Yep,
Snap.
yep.
Right.
What's Snapped on?
Snap gonna be that's probably more appropriate. I feel like all them gonna be on Snapped. Just like with, let's talk about Clara and Ryan for a minute. First of all, Clara friends must have had the vid because they didn't show up. So she had to get Haley and Brianna to pop in. But let me tell you about Brianna. Brianna said, I'm gonna have these nice drinks with you people, and I'm out of here.
I don't think she really liked that situation. I don't think she liked that setup. It makes her uncomfortable. Yeah. So it's like, okay, you my girl, so I'm gonna do you this solid, but I ain't gonna stay.
Just know I don't really like your dude.
Exactly. I think that's what that really was. It's like I'm calm because you my girl, but I don't mess with him like that.
Yeah. But I found it interesting that they had the conversation. First of all, I'm trying to figure out how did Haley have so much time to hang with them. She stayed the whole night. But anyway,
don't like Jacob. We've already established this. So
don't like Haley.
I'm sorry. Okay. She don't like Jacob. So she had time.
They might as well have a second chances for Jacob right now. Just forget waiting to the end.
I was thinking about that. I was like, why don't they hook up with like the producers of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette for Jacob and Paige? There you go. Next season. I don't even watch that because I hate it, but still.
I think it's a great idea. I think they just need to go and find them somebody because they got a raw deal. They might as well throw in old girl from a couple of seasons ago, the one that had the basketball player.
Amber. What's her name? Amber.
Yep, Amber. She just bought a house.
So did the girl that was with Luke ever get a second chance either?
Nope, Kate. She needed was it Caitlin or Kate?
She just gone back to the second chances thing.
They just need to let me have them. Let me have all the people that it didn't work out with, and then let me be the person. Get rid of not Jessica. Get rid of Viviana. Send Pepper home. Let me and Cal talk this out and be like, bro, let me tell you what we're gonna work.
I think Kate might be dating somebody.
Huh?
I think Kate might be dating somebody.
I heard that Luke was married and he done went and got him a chocolate drop.
He got him a black woman.
He got a black
woman. And I'm like, I don't understand why y'all didn't find him a black woman to begin with.
Because he told them that's what he liked.
He said he liked women that were different.
And all the women before he got married to her were of color. Every last one of them.
Yeah.
So they knew better.
Had a type.
They knew better. They just did what they wanted to do. Even the other guy, the one that I wasn't too sure about, Tristan. He's married and his wife just had really
hold on. Okay, I was adding him to their wall of them Lifetime husbands.
Mia, hold on, but Mia asked me to go on that goddamn wall.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay.
Mia got a residency and snapped.
She was different, like baby.
Oh, hold on. Let me add what's her name from last year, Christina from last year.
Baby, hurry up, put on.
Add her to that because she was gone too. The thing about them, what's her name said, I never seen my husband with his shirt off.
That lets me know. Nigga doing everything for him and he ain't doing nothing for her.
Seeing him from the waist down. That's what she's just said.
I feel like his folks gave him the talk before the show started. Don't you go on here and do nothing you ain't got no business doing. You better not embarrass me. Don't you touch nothing. Don't you say nothing. You know how you used to get when you were with your mama.
Before you walk
you ain't got no money. So don't you touch nothing. Don't you pick up nothing. Don't you ask for nothing. I feel like that's what his parents did to him. I'm sorry.
Let him get married to go window shop.
Right.
you play basketball with your damn shirt off. So your wife can't see you with your shirt off.
Exactly. Now you got a marital shirt.
I hide all them. Look, she do the laundry. I hide all them damn shirts. What you gonna do now?
Because I'm gonna tell you the stuff that you talking about. Because I'm like, first of all, you not getting no more of them sexual favors as Sadaric said. Sadaric. Cedric of Huntsville. You're not getting any more of those sexual favors.
Cause she got to be frustrated for a reason, baby. You ain't like you got to be getting all hot and bothered, and then he like, okay, I'm good.
I'm done.
But I'm gonna slap your
okay, right on top of the head. Thanks. That's good.
Right.
It did turn over and go to sleep.
It's something ain't right about that. Where's she going? Wait, where's she going?
This is a good time to introduce a product. So, this is the helping hand. And I think that at this point, she just needs to hand him one of these and let him handle himself. Because if he is not willing
to get the lube.
Now, he don't need lube. He don't get lube. Lube is for fun. Lube is for all of the things. Lube is to make it feel better. He does not need to make it feel better. No. He gets no lube.
What is this accent, Lord? Wait.
She say he gets no lube.
He gets no lube. No lube here. No.
I'm telling y'all, something is not right with that. Like, I don't like it. It's uncomfortable to watch. Mm-hmm. It's uncomfortable to even see her around him. It's just
it's definitely not something that I would want to be a part of, like as a friend. You know, I'd be one of them, girl, you good? You good?
Yeah, I feel like she's diminishing. Like her spunky, like she's sassy, she's spunky. I don't see that anymore, and I don't like that.
Yeah, first she was saying being
starting to be Paige Jr.
in a different way,
right?
Minus scripture.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
I don't know. Every time I see Ryan, I see put the lotion in the basket. Like he gonna be wearing her damn skin if she tell him no. I don't like him.
We went straight Hannibal Lecter. Okay, all right. She turned the camera off.
But I kind of sort of agree. But I literally kind of sort of agree.
Faith, you with me? See, we've been riding all night. We've been riding all night.
I just don't understand. So
what she gonna leave us to?
I just can't. I feel like all the Snapped episodes, all the Fatal Attraction episodes, all I'm talking about all them episodes right there. The Lifetime movies, the real life stuff where Scott Peterson be on TV crying. I'm telling you, they right there. They right there. I'm not even playing. He gonna be on Good Morning America. I'm telling you. Look at his wife. I'm telling you. It's just
he gonna be crying on the news.
With the fake tears.
Yes,
we love you.
Our reward.
Right.
Sick of y'all.
He gonna be wearing her damn skin.
I am sick of y'all. All of you. Listen. Okay, so was those all? So Haley and Jacob, you can see that her friends really like Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Jacob's friends like her. Ish.
She said ish.
That was an awkward conversation, man. It was super awkward. It was like, so you trying, right?
That was the fake.
Right. It was weird. her friends really dug Jake.
Mhm.
Her friends also told Jake that yo, she shut down, clown. She just ain't. She's not the relationship type. Basically, is what they said.
What they
So,
said was there's a reason she been single for 7 years.
Right there.
right. This ain't what she do.
Yeah, her
And-
girl straight sold that out. She was like, I've known her since college, and yeah, she's like never had a man.
The fact that none of your friends have ever seen you in any form of a relationship tells me you need to go to therapy.
I feel
No,
like
come here.
that set off a red flag for him. I feel like this next episode, he's gonna be like, so
What we doing?
oh,
Right.
what kind of man did you date? You
Right.
know, so what do you like? You
Right.
know, I feel like
Herself
Let me tell you this.
and barely.
Episode. This would be also opportunity for a wife swap type of situation. I think Haley and Ryan probably would have hit it off just
I
damn
don't.
fine.
I don't.
And
I don't think Haley like nobody but Haley. I
possibly.
think Ryan, in theory, wants to be with a woman, but I don't think Ryan wants to be married. I don't think it'll work between him and Haley.
I got one for Haley. What was that movie? The Tyler Perry movie when old girl was in jail with her, and she was like, I killed 20 men. That's Haley.
That's Haley.
Stop.
She was like, you did what now? You did 29. That's Haley. That's why
And
they ain't
smiling about it.
Like, here go my badge of honor, girl. Give me my award, girl. My
Let
reward.
me have it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, because I just don't see it for Haley. I don't know why they pick Haley. I really don't. Because
I don't know why they did.
when you already talking about, I just kind of like being by myself. To me, that tells me that you don't really want to be married.
You don't want to be with anybody, then you need to be by yourself.
And it's okay. So my thing is, you can be happily single.
She needs situationships. I'm gonna take you off the shelf and play with you when I want to play.
And then put
And
you back.
don't know about your business. I'm gonna call you next time.
She need a vacation,
Don't call me. I'm gonna call you when I'm ready. She's
Yeah.
a perfect situationship chick.
Vacation, babe. She likes to travel. I'm gonna go give me a
I'm gonna take these pictures on vacation, but you can't be on there with me. This gonna be like I'm by myself.
Yeah, that's what she needs. She needs a vacation, babe. She needs somebody that they just meet up, they do whatever out of town, and then don't call me again. So the next time you going out of town, we good. That's it.
Exactly. That's her.
But this
She
whole
just
being in the house with them, all this stuff. To me, it doesn't seem like she's ready to. And I don't think, and she's 28, so I don't really see it for her. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see it for her as far as like the shift happening where you say, okay, maybe I'm ready to have somebody in my space. I definitely don't think married at first sight was a thing for her. I don't think that she's open to, she keeps saying that she's open to stuff, but she really doesn't seem like she is, because even stuff that he's mentioning that he's done, she's like, I don't want to do that. Well, what do you want to do, Heifer? What you want to do?
Or she need one of those men that what's that, the relationship when you married, but you live in your house, I live in my house, and we see each other when we feel like seeing each other. So if you want a husband, you need to pick somebody who gonna do that with you.
She need one of them 80-some-year-old men that just want some arm candy.
She needs to call somebody. I got you. We here.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what she need. Because they ain't gonna last that long no way. Give it 2, 3 years, 4 years max. I'm in and out. Boom, I'm rich. That's all she need. Because
they ain't got kids. She need to make sure they ain't got no children. So she ain't got to fight over no nothing. But yeah,
she can prenup, she can post up.
And she can have a dalliance with the pool boy. Do a little with the gardener every once in a while.
Yep.
Do that. I see
that man on his breathing machine at night. You know, kiss him on his forehead. Going back to this
little wrinkle booty.
Yeah,
that's all she need. That's
Show
all
my
she needs.
nipple every
She
now
don't
and
need an
then.
actual person that's ready to engage in a relationship. I just don't see it for her. She been comfortable with being single. She just wanted some D. I told y'all once she got that, then she good. She good for the next 7 years.
Oh, Father. Can't see it.
And that, but the other thing I told y'all, I also pick up that I feel like she's a little on the asexual side, so she's not really into romantic relationships. But
I can
anyway,
see that. I definitely see that. I
yeah,
don't understand it because
we'll talk about it in the after party. We'll talk about it in the after party. So we're an hour and 10 minutes in. Can we talk about Chris and Paige for the next 25 minutes and then be out?
yeah. Ooh, I feel the atmosphere shifting in me.
I know.
Do you
Let me
do
set it
you
up.
think this gonna take 25 minutes?
I mean, hell, it could take 5 for me because I mean, really, it's like A, B, C. I mean, here's the thing. We see them. He done sent her a test, a series of test messages, as the people call them, testises, and then they get a phone call and he talking to her. And he goes, "You want to know what you're doing? You want to have a conversation with you and my baby mama." And she like, she
Back up.
said,
Small talk with her. Like
"Yeah,
he
the
didn't
small
just
talk. What you doing?" She was like, "I'm busy. What's up?"
what the hell you want? Yeah.
She said, "I'm busy." She
You want
sitting
to damn,
there at the table like, "I'm busy."
I'm busy. I'm
Listen,
doing like carry this up. What you want?
what you want? What you want? When she said, when he talked about, "I want to have a meeting with you and my baby mom and all that," and when she said, "Let me pray about it," I was like, "Wow, I say that all the time." Usually, when I say, "Let me pray about it," I mean no.
It mean
But
no.
anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but when she said that, I was like, she done hit you with the "let me pray about it." I said, "This about to be some mess today." So she finally decided to meet with them. And the setting was interesting because I feel like this whole meeting was to try to, number one, make it seem like she was going to be begging for him to stay with her. So he wanted to show the Mercedes girl that, like, she all up on me. I don't really want her like that. Number two, he was trying to show Paige, see, look what I got. This is my baby mama, and look at you. He tried to do that. It did not work. Several things he was trying to do, and it backfired on that ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for Paige, she had this meeting for closure. I think she prayed about it, and what her answer was let's go ahead and have this final meeting, but this is my closure because I need to have this closure. So they having these conversations back and forth. But let me tell you, the best thing about the conversation was the fact that the two women was just like, "Yeah, sit him over there. Let's us talk." Because it's a lot of him just trying to say things on each other, each of these women behalf. And you could tell that what he's been doing is feeding this one person this and feeding her something else. And so they went on and hashed this shit on out.
Yes, ma'am.
Because
That was
he was ready to
conversation right there.
he was ready
Was
to lie.
not ready.
He was ready to lie and weave his own story and make it seem like the ex wanted him and the wife wanted him, and now I want y'all to duke it out.
Yeah.
Let's see who wins. That's what I felt like he was doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a whole ass no for me.
Punk ass.
Right. What did I say, baby? I'm not a 10. I think I'm gorgeous, but I know in most people's eyes I'm not a 10. But let me tell you, buddy, you are not cute enough for two women to be fighting over you. Period.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Get your life.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like not on a good day, not on a bad day, not on a snowstorm, in a monsoon, tsunami, none of it. We're not doing that.
Not in hell. Do you understand? Not in hell. Do you understand what I just said? My nigga. Not in hell. I could be on fire, gasoline draws. You understand me? I ain't fighting over you. For what? For why? What am I doing that for? Sir, you
Not
was
during
not
Black History Month.
The Women's History Month.
Not during Women's History Month. We ain't having it.
Not
Like,
on actual
to
internet.
me, this was the worst. This was the best worst setup that somebody did on themselves.
Yep.
Like,
And
he really thought that this was going to be the opportunity where he shows everyone, I can't keep them off of me. Look at them. We got my baby mama and we got my wife. We got all this going on. And the
he
fact that the way that Paige, to me, Paige set the tone for that whole thing. Like, she told the girl, I don't even know you, so I don't have anything against you. I think you're beautiful, blah, blah, blah. But let me just tell you, when she used the word duplicitous, and that dude was over there, looked like he had to go and Google it.
you knew how to spell it. I think he put that thing on. Hold on, wait a
I
minute.
think he was over there Googling what duplicitous meant.
They had please.
You like, hold on. Looking down at that file, like, what she said, duplicate.
Because this show came back like, I'm done with this. Because what you're not gonna do is make it seem like I've been treating you bad the whole time. What you
Say that
been
word
doing?
one more time. Do what? Do please. Okay. Please.
P-L-E.
So you said D-U, that's what you said. Okay. Let me pull it up.
You
ain't finna lie.
Okay, so I'm not that what you said. I Googled it.
You ain't gonna make me seem like I've been treating you bad. What you not gonna do? Yeah, shut
You over here like use it in a sentence. Wait a minute. Okay, yep, got you. Nope. Yep.
Can I get a definition?
Right. Could you tell me the origin of the word? So, he was over there struggling for a minute. I felt like he was struggling hard trying to figure out what duplicitous meant. I was like, baby, she done came out with Webster's dictionary in hand.
Merriam-Webster's, okay?
Okay. Went over to Oxford and asked them to come and join the party too.
I said, she took an etymology class, didn't it? Look.
Did.
Oh my God.
She said, now I've been really kind. I felt like this is what she was saying. I done tried to give y'all the Christian side of Paige. I done gave y'all the Proverbs 31 wife. I gave y'all all of that, but now you fins to get whatever her what's her middle name?
I don't know.
We don't know what her middle name is. But we finna get finna get LaPage now, cause what's not finna happen is you ain't finna be doing this to me on national television.
She turned into that same. When we got on the phone, when she called the producers, it was like, I'm about to air this bitch out. That's what she got.
Yeah, that was LaPage right there. You had Paige, then you had LaPage.
I like her a lot.
Yeah, I like LaPage.
I like her a lot. Because what you're not gonna do is play with her.
Right.
How Mary had a little like.
He just knew that baby mama was gonna be like, wait, you can't talk about you can't do him like she.
And she looked over at him when she said, there was a time where I thought I may be pregnant too. She was like, by Chris?
Now see,
like, really?
And I was like, ain't they been married 2 weeks? How you think you married pregnant after 2 weeks? Now that's part of the conversation I did have a problem with, because I was like, come on, Paige. 2 weeks.
Well, when you done it every night, but what she say? What?
Mm-hmm. So, because my thing is 2 weeks. Now let's check this out. She could have been ovulating on night 1. She could have been ovulating, and let's remember, ovulation, you can get pregnant up to 3 days prior to ovulation as well. So
I know.
72 hours. Let's talk about 72 hours, right? Because and that also gets you a girl. But anyway, 72 hours prior to ovulation, you can have sex. Them sperm just hanging out, being cool, hanging out. And let's go 2 weeks past. You could possibly be pregnant. You
And she
see
might
that
have
you
been.
have a period, but you still could have some of them things hanging out because remember, when you ovulate, the egg drop on this side this month, that side the other month. You still could be pregnant, Paige.
Yeah, because she all excited about that period. I'm like, child, I know plenty of people who had periods and spotted all 9 months.
Okay.
Got knuckleheads running around right today.
Like what? Hello, birth control pill.
The broke up everything.
Hello, didn't know she was pregnant to 5
Didn't
and a
know
half
she was
months.
pregnant.
Wow.
Hello, depot shot. Hello, patch. So, hello, Morena. So yeah. So you get any of that. So, but I thought it was funny because even though they were still sharing niceties, and you could tell that both of them were being nice. And not necessarily because they were trying to be nice, nasty. They just really wanted an understanding of what was going to be happening. I don't think that Chris told her that she had told that I don't think he told Mercedes that he had a plan to divorce Paige until Paige said he let me know that you guys are planning on being together.
Her face was like,
And she was like, did you see her face? Her face was like, this is news to me. That was how her face looked.
Exactly.
And then she was like, first of all, ma'am, that's going to be a hell no on my end.
I don't want him. I thought you did.
Shit, I thought you don't want him either.
I thought you did. That's why I was here to let you know. I don't have this baby, but you keep that one, okay?
And she like, nah, I don't want him either. Look, let's go out for drinks.
Yeah, and he set himself up perfectly because he looked at the whole time he over there like, she
looking at
said,
his
well,
phone.
that's not gonna happen. He like,
her? That was it.
Like, what happened?
Of an angel.
Ooh, baby, he like the stroke out.
That was his face. Looked like them dogs on the ASPCA commercial.
I took all the L's this episode, and I was happy for it. Your friends, parents did do. They didn't champion you in your stupidity. They just was wrong with something wrong with you. Then your girl, who you thought was gonna really be, oh, we're gonna be together, we're gonna raise this baby together. That girl said, "Guess what, dog?"
She's like, "No, that's actually not gonna be a thing for me. This is news to me. That is not my plan to be with him." And then Paige looked over like, "Oh, really?" Look, I'm telling y'all, I think what got out the conversation on the editing floor was them like, well, shit, look, let me just tell you. And they just really went in on him in front of him because one of the things that he was saying is, y'all being disrespectful. I'm ready for the game. It's Sunday, so I'm ready to go look at the game.
Right.
Boy, they done talked about you from here to there, and they did it in a way that only black women can.
They drug him all the way down 3rd Street until it turned into Highway 51 and then past the casinos. And then, look, drug.
Because they ain't have time for him. And I think he really thought he was going to do something that day. And both of them like, let me tell you. And then she told him when Mercedes looked over at him and she said, you always irritated.
Right.
Girl, go drink some tea.
Okay.
Calm your nerves.
Was like, don't pay him no attention, baby. It's all right. What you say now?
She's like, he always like that.
Yeah, like anyway.
and it was funny because
And it lets you know that she ended the relationship.
Mhm.
she was sick of his shit. Do you
It
She
understand?
lets
been
you
done
know
with him.
she was done with him. It
Yep.
wasn't the other way
It
around.
wasn't the way around. We decided to part amicably. We decided no, it wasn't no we, it was she. She didn't want you no more because you full of shit. Because she know who you are.
Exactly.
And
Period.
she probably got pregnant because it was like, you just do it one last time. You can't keep you do it one last time. You do it. Come on. I'm
I
gonna
still
miss
don't,
you.
I still don't believe she pregnant. I'm just gonna really keep it 100
Well, when she said I'm about 7 weeks, I was like, about?
because she don't know. Because she went to the doctor. Now you ain't went to no doctor. Don't do that.
Yeah, because she
Girl, the
looked
first
at
thing
him
they
like,
do is once you piss on the stick, they be like, let's go and get you an ultrasound so we can see what's up.
Yeah.
mhm.
Everybody on this call done had a baby.
About 7 weeks. Like, we ain't talking about this part of it. Well, how long did you tell her? That's what it looked like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look just that way.
Or maybe she just peed on the stick and it hadn't made the doctor's appointment yet. Which one y'all
Could
think?
be. It could be either one.
It could be either one, but I'm gonna go with the first one.
Okay, so here's what I think. This is what I also think. I think she told him as a courtesy, but she wasn't planning on keeping it.
Mm, that could be. I wouldn't. Forgive me, God. I'm not gonna say that. 'Cause
So-
I really don't. I would put it like this: to not have to deal with him, I wouldn't.
I believe it can be on the table depending on whom it is. I won't. I never say I wouldn't.
He kept calling Paige rude, and I like how she was like, actually, she's not being rude.
She's like, she's not rude at all.
Not rude
Your
at all.
ass rude.
Mhm.
Because she could have, because she could have. The
Flip that coffee table.
Mercedes didn't know what she was walking into. She had no clue
Right.
what type of woman or what type of atmosphere Paige was going to set for her, specifically because it's like, I'm his wife, you his baby mama. She could have had that type of attitude, but Paige did not approach it that way. She let her aggression out where it needed to be, and that was on him.
Mm-hmm. And then she also let her know I've communicated to him that I had no issue with being a bonus mom.
Right.
Yeah.
To let her know that I never was angry about the situation. Shocked maybe, but never at the point where there was aggression and anger toward you, because this happened before I came into the picture. So there were a lot of grown-up things she was able to communicate in that conversation. Now, as people were saying, y'all need to apologize to Paige. Not really. But because I still feel like even though this was a great episode, she could have not even had to deal with that after the first couple of days when he came up with that bullshit.
Yep.
I would have been, hey, producer, I need a new man. We need to do this all over again.
I'm actually just gonna walk away.
One of y'all get from another room and let me enjoy this sleep by myself until this week out.
Mm-hmm.
Go on down here, sit on the floor, play me a little craps, have me a few drinks. I'm ready to go. Keep him away from me.
Yeah. And I think that's what they really had to kind of push, and maybe because she is so young, I'm gonna just say she may be too young to be able to walk away the first time, but she had enough proof, enough understanding, enough conversation that time to be like, this relationship no longer serves me, so I'm good.
She did make me proud in this episode. She did.
Yeah.
I was like,
I want
I enjoyed that particular part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we finna see what's gonna happen next week, because apparently he gonna try to call and talk to her again. And it looks like, according to the preview, she gonna walk away on him yet one more time.
If he tell this lie one more time, I'm afraid to be happy. I think I might fall in love. What you got? up. Like for real. Like just shut up.
Yeah.
I simply can't with him. I
Like
just
Hirsch.
Not at all.
cannot. Like, sir, why are you here? Why?
It's so funny because I've seen on Facebook so many times they got him as a meme that says when you order a Christian man from Wish.
I saw them.
I love that one.
Because you
That's
didn't
my
pray, you wished for him. You didn't pray.
Baby, that was funny to me.
Like,
and just, wow.
just let you know you bootleg as hell. You don't go nowhere.
Yeah, it's just funny to me that how he has put himself on such a pedestal that he thinks that it's just funny because you keep saying he walk away from conversations when it doesn't edify him.
He's
And
burning.
so that's how that's the thing.
He burning bridges. He have to cross again.
Yeah, because I mean, you're
Absolutely.
a church, your pastor, and the thing I did not agree with them. They came at the pastor early on in the season, and I don't understand why they came at the pastor because everything the pastor said to him was true. So I didn't understand why they were coming. They kept putting up like sermons that the pastor was preaching, and see, this is what Chris get it from. And basically, what he told Chris when he set him down was, "Hey, dog, you finna get married."
right.
This is a different ball game.
I thought that was a different pastor though. They were pulling up stuff from another pastor.
Same guy. It's the same guy. And so he kept telling everybody, he said, y'all coming for me? That's fine. Keep watching the season. You're going to see how everything unfolds. So everybody was thinking that he was like, because Chris kept saying, keep watching the season. You're going to see how it unfolds. So they was basically saying the same thing. But in essence, the pastor was like, yeah, I'm about to read this man his rights. Y'all just wait. Hold my communion cup.
Yeah,
right. Let me read, dude, real quick. And that's what he did. So I don't understand. I don't think it was fair. And I do think that some of the sermons, and I didn't look at all of them, but I do think some of them were taken out of context. And the
like anything else online is gonna get taken out of context.
Snippet of something and make it mean whatever you want it to mean.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like they do people in power, politicians, celebrities, they do pastors, they do leaders like that anyway. So I don't understand. Like I saw some of that and I was kind of like, man, I don't need to know all that. Like
I was the pastor. I don't understand what you coming for the pastor for. That man is a man. First of all, to put a pastor on a pedestal, I don't agree with doing that. I do not. They are people just like we are. When you cut them, they bleed. So to put a pastor on a pedestal, I don't necessarily agree with. And then to me, it makes them seem like God-like you're worshiping this man who is just put in a position to interpret the Bible and to teach. That's basically what his job is. So to put this man on a pedestal, like he can make this idiot do right or wrong, it's just insane. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And the people that you need to be focused on is them disgusting parents, because they are disgusting.
Girl,
it's a disgusting child.
I still ain't got over them parents.
That's what I'm saying.
I was praying that's who was not gonna show up. Please don't let these parents show up in this episode.
Because they were gonna blame Paige, and they didn't need to. Your son is ridiculous, and he needs to be stopped. And I hope that women all over the world see this idiot on national TV. And I hope don't nobody come your way, sir. I really, really hope that, because you don't need to be inflicting this type of tomfoolery on people. People don't deserve it. That girl did not deserve any of that, period. You signed up. Go ahead. Huh?
I was about to say, being that he got a whole fan club on Clubhouse, there's gonna be somebody else.
Somebody stupid, and ain't no way in the world I would even touch that.
Like his Instagram, he deleted all the old pictures. And now there's only like a few of them with like his new store, and then him in a fancy car, and then like he trying to rewrite himself.
Come on, Sage.
I was going to say this girl done burst.
This Palo Santo here.
That's what I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to get these Santo and some sage.
Guess where I got this from? Guess where I got this from?
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
That's my stuff.
I need to visit Five Below.
But yeah, baby, they can do away with him. Like, I'm not even excited to see him in this next episode. Like, go on.
Y'all gonna make a whole season out of this foolishness, is what they said.
Well, that's what they did, and so that's why I'm willing. It's no way in the world y'all didn't know this man was not engaged prior to during this process. It was on Instagram.
But let me say, and he's not the only one who had been in a long term or in a engagement, months before the process. There were some people who had been engaged before. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Kate, but Kate's fiance died like 9 months before she became.
I think he had cancer or something, and he passed away.
Yeah,
okay.
So
her backstory. Yeah,
she still had.
Yeah, so it's been quite a few of them who have been engaged. They've been living with people. They got all the way up to the wedding. So I don't think that that's necessarily not a qualifier, because sometimes it just doesn't work out, for whatever reason. But I think that when they do these deep dives on people, I mean, hell, if we can go through Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff and find out information, you need you some scorn. You need Black Twitter on your side to go ahead and get the tea on these people.
Yeah.
And I just feel like in the next season, first I hope that we're gonna see that Paige is completely vindicated, of not necessarily vindicated, but you know what I'm saying. I hope that we'll see that she's gonna get some type of real closure throughout this season. Where y'all feel about everybody else? Let's talk about who y'all think gonna stay together after this season. I mean, after this episode. What y'all think about Bree and Vincent?
I think they'll be okay.
They're gonna be all right.
I think they'll be okay.
Through their stuff, they're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Okay, Clara and Ryan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ryan gonna have to put it on her, and I just think, I don't know that he's going to do that.
Well, he better hurry up, because she's sick of his shit.
Have to put it on her to make that happen.
I think Ryan gonna need that book from American Pie. You remember the guys who passed around that book? And, okay, do this next.
No.
Okay, and I think he need that book, but
help, Father, help, help. Yeah.
He can get it for free online.
I think Eric and Virginia are gonna make it, because Virginia is going to put her foot down, because she does not have a problem with getting in that ass. So I think they're gonna make it. I want to see a do-over show for Jacob.
Baby,
I want to see a do-over show for Paige. I need some do-overs. Y'all need to vindicate these people fully, because him and Haley ain't gonna make it. That, I'm just gonna tell y'all that right now. That girl do not want that man. She don't want him.
And like I said, I don't think I think that she would be like that with any man. And I also think that her best friend called bullshit when she was like, we were supposed to have a girls' night out, and some of the guys ended up joining us, and he thought I was lying. And her face was like, when she went like this, she was like, you a damn lie. That's how she was looking, like, this heifer is lying. Because that everybody else is bringing their
and they know her, so they probably know all her pathology, all her patterns, everything they watched her do before is why she ain't had a man in 7 years. So they already know how she act. So they weren't gonna. I believe they was like, "We're not finna lie for you, boo. Not today.
No,
not
that today. Not during Women's History Month." So
exactly.
Yeah. All right. So I think that is it for me. How about y'all?
Yeah,
we good.
We good. All minds clear, all hearts clear.
Look at that. We're getting better.
We're getting better. This is good. I think it was good. So I guess the next thing to look forward to is Bell Collector, and I'll be watching it later on this evening, so we can come back Monday and talk about it. Then we'll have Love and Marriage Huntsville on Wednesday. and we'll start this all back over again.
Yep.
Join
Well,
us.
yeah, join us. So we thank y'all for joining us and hearing us acting a fool tonight. Join us again. We don't know about asking people to join the stream no more, but
Look, y'all can't see my eyes. Hold on.
Lord Jesus.
No,
we ain't over it yet. We still traumatized from Wednesday. So
You not doing that.
Look,
yeah.
just put your comment. We'll see it.
He needs
So we will see y'all next time, and thank y'all for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. So bye. Y'all say bye.
Bye.
Bye.